All right, guys. I definitely want to give it back to a young lady that's really making strides in the company, Antoinette Salter. She's always on call, ready to open up the call and just bring energy. And I welcome our guests that are on. So I'm not going to delay you guys any further. I just want to say happy Monday to those individuals that don't like Mondays. Well, we got to make 5 lanes work, right? So that way every day can be a Saturday within this company. So, guys, I want you to understand that we're embarking on something powerful that's coming up. It's the last week of the month, which means that everyone should be in phase 1. Everyone should be doing PBRs, home parties. I hope everyone had a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. I know I probably gained about 15 pounds, and I'm still eating leftovers because it was so good. So believe me, I will be working it up. Can't have wealth without having health, right? Absolutely. So, guys, here's what I want to let you guys know is that we're about to go into a heavy mode of grinding, okay? Because typically around this time of the year is when we have the most success. And, guys, I'm giving you a heads up. This December is going to be a promotion that I feel that the company is going to put on the table that's going to blow people's socks off. I'm telling you that now, guys. So what I would suggest is everybody run as hard as they can from now to the end of this month. And my thing is, don't wait till Friday to get someone in. Let's get them in tonight or get them in on Tuesday. Why? Because here's what you can do. If you get an individual started and they see the value in the promotion that's already on the table, well, guess what? They'll be more inclined to get more of their people in so that they can get in on the same promotion before Friday. So now you doubled your numbers or you created even more massive momentum in your organization, guys. So you got to understand how this business works. So what I want to do is I have a friend of mine and a really good person that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She's one of the top leading ladies in the company. Guys, I know, we think we run the world, but I'm telling you, the ladies truly run it in this business. And they have been running with it ever since. This lady and her husband, they are probably one of the most warm people that I've ever encountered or came across because they're just so genuine. She's a mother, she's a wife, and she's all about her business, okay? They're out of the Maryland market. These guys are on fire, always top producers. So you guys are getting ready to hear some powerful information from individuals that I'm personally close to, that I have respect for, but not more so than that, but we're really good friends. Anytime that she needs me or her husband needs me, I'll be there at the drop of a dime because this business not only creates business relationships, but also personal relationships too. So you can lean on those individuals in time of need, whatever it may be. So I'm not going to hold you guys any further. The person that I'm speaking about is none other than National Director, soon-to-be Senior Vice President, Keya Eatmon out of the Maryland market. Are you on?
Hey, Jermaine, I am on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, loud and clear. The call is yours.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that wonderful introduction of myself, of me. And it's so funny. Every time someone edifies me or calls me out on a call or in a training, I'm still looking around trying to figure out who they're talking about. So I do appreciate the kind words and the words of wisdom that I always get from you personally. So thank you so much for even asking me to be on the call tonight and to train to your wonderful Swag Elite family. I truly appreciate everything that you do in 5 Links, Jermaine. Thank you.
Anytime.
All right, guys. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit from training topics for me that's a close, it hits home type training topic, and I hope that tonight you get something from it. But before I jump straight into this training, I'd be absolutely remiss not to talk about the kind of leader you guys have, the Swag Elite family has in National Director Jermaine Horton. I know you guys follow him on Facebook and Twitter and in person because you guys have him right at your side through the growth of your business and your organizations day by day. But for me to be able to rub arms with someone of the magnitude that Jermaine is, it's just absolutely phenomenal because you have to put yourself in a circle of people that you want to be like. And I love the fact that I always look to get something positive from Jermaine every single day when I'm logging on Facebook or we just so happen to message each other back and forth. I can always rely on him to give me something positive, some positive fuel to keep my fire burning every single day. So I thank him for being that kind of leader, and you guys should definitely hold him close to you, as close as possible, because leaders like him don't come often, okay? So I got to make sure I say that. Let me tell you guys a little bit about who I am and why I hold any kind of significance tonight on your call. My name, again, is Keya Eatmon. I am a national director with 5 Links. I was introduced to this opportunity July of 2010. I actually got this opportunity by a senior vice president who actually was my cousin.
Carol Spencer.
When I heard about the opportunity, what I found out was that, first and foremost, it made absolute positive common sense to me. Before doing 5 Links, I was a Mary Kay rep. I did Avon, ladies is listening tonight. I know you guys have some Skin So Soft somewhere in that house on your dresser. But I basically did the sales game. I was constantly hustling to be a salesperson. And so what I found from that was that in order for me to get something out of the business, I had to be able to give people something that they wanted. And when I seen this opportunity, it made common sense because I already knew that we were paying these bills. We was already paying cell phone bills and internet bills and TV bills and everything else. And so it was a common sense move for me. So I got started in the business on a Wednesday night, actually, and on a Thursday, I was invited to come out to the BOM. And so I went to the BOM, and I took 5 people with me because one thing I know for sure about money, guys, is that first and foremost, opportunities like 5 Links don't come every single day to your doorstep. And so I needed to take advantage of this thing if it was going to be something that was going to change my family's lifestyle. So the next day at the presentation, the BOM, I took 5 people with me. All 5 people had absolute same amount of common sense that I had, and they got started in the business on that Friday. My first week of business, guys, I already had a full front line of representatives working with me and dead serious about driving their business. Under 6 months in the business, I hit national director, and we've been blazing the trail ever since then. At this point in the game, my husband and I are 1 national director away from senior vice president and some customer points. But, guys, what I want to tell you is this. The only way you can ever get to the point in your business where you can say that you've had an amazing testimony is to be tested. And I want to make sure you guys understand something, because until you understand how serious the deal is that you're involved in, you're never going to take it seriously. So I want to talk to you guys tonight about 7 main things that I feel like are necessary in order to master understanding this deal. The first thing that I want to talk about tonight, guys, is to learn the deal. See, this is the thing. A lot of you guys signed up for 5 Links. You signed up with your $249. Some of you guys signed up when it was $500 to enroll in the business. And some of you have no idea what it is you're doing. We're in this business to do 2 things. We're going to show people how to save money on the services they already pay, and they don't have a choice but to pay in some cases. And we're going to show people how to make money, those people who want to lock arms with us and get to the top of this comp plan. But in order for you to understand that, guys, you got to learn the deal. So you need to study your craft. I don't know how many of you guys are trying to, or should say, remaining students of the game, because you all should be remaining students of the game. I'm sure that Jermaine can relate with me and any other national directors listening tonight on the call. In order to get to national director positions, you got to still continue to be a student of the game. We haven't arrived and we haven't learned everything there is to know. We're still learning every single day. And so you have to master becoming a student of the game, guys. You got to learn this deal. Read as much as you possibly can. You know, somebody told me a long time ago that in order to lead, you have to be the person that's reading in your organization. Some of you guys want to get in front of the room and do these presentations, and you want to be the one that Jermaine calls on to train on the Monday night weekly swag elite team call, but you're not educating your mind and expanding your knowledge of this industry. You got to make sure you're reading, guys, because leaders are the ones who are the ones that are reading. These BOMs, PBRs, Saturday training events, even a national training event, these are the non-negotiable learning environments for you to learn the deal. How are you going to teach somebody how to save money on services if you don't even commit to doing constant PBRs on a regular basis? Because, see, guys, what you fail to realize is that PBR is going to help you grow your business, but at the same time, that PBR is going to teach your representatives how to grow their business. It's called duplication. At these BOMs and these Super Saturday trainings and regional trainings and your national training, guys, non-negotiable learning environments. You learn so much about this information, about this business, and about how to take this deal to the next level for your family that it's ridiculous. Some of the information is too much to compact, so you got to be in attendance to get this information. It's called learning the deal. And then when you learn the deal, you also have to find out what it takes to win, and you got to commit to absolutely getting it done, okay? Just do it. So the second part of this understanding the deal is to commit to the deal. See, guys, one thing I know for sure is that when everything around you crashes, when life feels like it's just dishing you out nothing, when people continuously tell you no, when all the naysayers are telling you that it's not going to work, that you're never going to amount to anything, that they want to see you first succeed in this business before they become your business partners, your why should be the strongest thing that you have in your foresight to keep you thriving on this business, to keep you going in this business. Your why needs to be strong enough that it breaks you down every single time you think about quitting. Every single time you guys pick the phone up and you want to call Jermaine or call one of your leaders to complain about something, you should be thinking about your why. Every single time you host a PBR and nobody shows up and they don't call to tell you why they're not going to show up, you should be thinking about that why. Every single time somebody tells you they don't want to be a customer because they don't understand where Global Links is located, you should be thinking about that why. Your why was created in this business. That's the reason why you should be driving this business. I dare each and every one of you that's listening tonight on this phone, turn around and look at your child tonight when we get off this call, and right now, even at this moment, and tell them they're not worth you fighting for this business. You have got to commit to this deal in order to make this deal work for you and your family. You got to understand that there is never, ever, ever going to be a testimony, an amazing testimony, in front of thousands of people as a senior vice president without first being tested in this business. I'm sure that I could speak for the tons of leaders that are listening tonight on the call when I say you have got to be tested first, and you are going to be tested first. Even just getting to the national director position was a struggle for some people that are listening tonight on this line. You know, I know Jermaine talks to you guys and gives you countless, testimonies of his journeys and things he's done in his business. Nothing ever comes easy. And if it does come too easy, guys, it's not worth having. Let me just share something real quick to you about committing to the deal. In my business, the same person that brought me into the opportunity actually walked away from my organization when I hit national director. I was promoted to a national director position with over 200 reps at that time in the Diamond Status Group family, and he walked away from 5 Links because he thought the grass was greener on the other side of the equation. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. One thing I know for sure, I know a couple of things about this, is that anybody else who was not committed to this deal, who was not committed to their why, would have fallen out of this business too at the same time he walked away from it. Anyone who was not committed to this deal and not committed to the why of the business or the why of why I'm doing this business would have absolutely fell on her knees begging for somebody to show me the direction to go. But, guys, I committed when I got started in this business. I didn't sign up for 5 Links for 5 Links. I signed up for 5 Links because my why was worthy of me getting to the top of this comp plan in 5 Links. So you're never going to have the right kind of testimony you think that you're going to have in front of thousands of people as an SVP until you've proven that you can be tested and continue to get back up on your feet every single time. Guys, my why is the reason why I'm still in this business, and it's the reason why I keep blazing the trail. And I'm sure that I can speak for the leaders that are on this line that are committed to their businesses as to that's the reason why they're still going. So let's talk about trusting the deal. Your leaders in 5 Links, let me tell you something, are not ever going to lead you to do something that they have not already done. I promise you, everyone that's listening tonight on the line, even my organization that's plugged in tonight as guests, can tell you, every single thing that we ask you guys to do, we've already tested it, we've already tried it, we've already been through it, and guess what? In most cases, we've mastered it. And we're just trying to prevent you from making the wrong decisions and going the wrong directions in your business. But you have to be able to trust the deal. You have to believe that Jermaine has your best interest in mind. You have to believe that the leaders that he has created in the Swagger Lee family has your best interest in mind. 5 Links already has a proven track record. You know, the business itself, it speaks for itself. It sells itself. You got to look at all the platinums and all the SVPs, even all the successful national directors that we have in 5 Links. Think about all the celebrities and the athletes and the people who continue to sign up in this business that amaze you every single day. You have to understand something about people of their caliber. They know money, so why would they come to 5 Links? Because money knows money. So you got to understand that this business has already proven itself to society, and now you're already enrolled in the business. There's no reason why the business should have to continue to prove itself over and over to you that it works, guys. It works. The question is whether or not you work it. You have to understand something else. 5 Links is in the beginning phases of its growth and a serious growth spurt in creating more millionaires. You're already in the business. I mean, now at this point in time in the game, it's just a matter of committing to the deal so that you guys can get to the top of the comp plan and be as successful as you choose to be. Number 4 is about working the deal. Guys, let me tell you something. The worst thing in the world is to sign up in something and not understand why you're signing up in it, but then absolutely positively not do anything. See, you have to question why did you sign up for $249 or $500, whoever, people who may have signed up way back when, and now you're sitting in your organization and you're not doing anything. You stop doing presentations, you stop attending trainings, you stop attending BLMs, you don't register for nationals. You have got to work the deal. The deal works, but it works when you work it. PBRs are always going to be the reason why your business continues to grow. Anyone who's listening on the line tonight, and you haven't recruited someone in the last 30 days, even in the past 15 days in your business, ask yourself, how many PBRs have you done? I have reps in my organization that do at the minimum 1 to 2 PBRs a week. And it's not because I require them to do so, guys. It's because they're working the deal. Customer points, let me tell you about something. Customer points, guys, are the reason why you really are doing this business. Your customer points are your residual. That helps build your organization. That helps build the money, I should say, the momentum in your organization. One of my other friends at a national director in 5 Links told me this story about a week ago. He had a lady in his organization that was absolutely positively not doing anything. And he just wanted her to just push herself one time just to see what she can do if she really applied herself and she worked the deal. She had done nothing in her business. She had been in the business for about 6 months, and he made a deal with her. He said, I'll tell you what, give me just 30 days to work with you consistently. If I can't make anything happen within those 30 days, then I'll let you just do what you want to do. If you don't want to work the business, then fine. But guess what? If you do 50%, I'm just going to give you 50%. If you do 100%, I'll do 100%. If you do 1,000%, I'll match that and do 1,000%, because that's what the leaders want to do in the 5 Links family for you. So he challenged her to go out and talk to a number of people, and she did that. And to make a long story short, she went out and she talked to a couple of commercial customers. And these customers ended up signing up, and the customers that signed up had multiple locations. Some of them became merchant account customers. Some of them became energy customers. Some of them became Global Links customers. Some of them even got on text marketing through her. And she went in within a 24-hour period when she challenged herself and actually went out and got that deal accomplished in one day from 0 customer points to 200. She's a part of the 200 customer club. But it's only because she got tired of being sick and tired of signing up for $249 in the business and not doing something every single day. She decided it was time to work the deal. I'm challenging some of you guys tonight on the line. I don't know a lot of you personally, and, I pray that one day I get a chance to cross paths with you at a national conference or at a training somewhere. But what I know about you guys is this. You signed up in this business for a reason. Work the deal and get what you came here to get, even when you don't feel like it. You got to push past being tired, being sick. I mean, I know people who have worked the business when they had the flu. I know Phil Gerdes is just about always sick, and he's always still working his business all over the U.S. You have got to absolutely positively work the deal. You got to focus on playing team. You can't work this business as an individual. There's a reason why the system was created like it was created. There is absolutely no one that is ever going to make it to the top of the comp plan and make it to the top of the comp plan by themselves. You've got to play team. Swagger League was created for a reason. And, guys, I want to make sure you understand how to create credibility in your organization. And, it took a platinum to tell me this, and it made a lot of common sense to me, and then I heard it again from a national director, so it was like my confirmation. Guys, do you understand the credibility your team will gain once National Director Jermaine Horton hits Senior Vice President? Some of you have no idea because, see, for some of you, your mentality is not where it needs to be. Your mindset is not where it needs to be. Instead of thinking about self, you got to think about team. When Jermaine walks that stage as a Senior Vice President and he receives his 5,000 stock options, that's going to send the credibility of the Swagger League team skyrocketing through the roof. Because, see, you're going to have a testimony now of someone who's actually achieved the position that most of us are driving for on a regular basis, on a daily basis. So your goal in this business, guys, should not be to really worry about yourself. You should be driving your organization to continue to keep the momentum afloat so that you finally break the Senior Vice President for the Swagger League team, Mr. Jermaine Horton. Guys, I'm telling you, the belief system is going to be off the chain, and it's going to skyrocket through the roof. And you got 2 options. You can get on the bandwagon and start pumping up your PBRs and acquire some new business partners so that when Jermaine hits Senior Vice President, those business partners will be witnesses to his testimony and to his journey and to you all being a part of that success, guys, which will by default extend the same blessings to you when you hit senior vice president in your business. Number 5, guys, you got to become one with the deal. You should be, at this point in the game, walking, talking, sleeping, eating, drinking, and breathing 5 links, because I know I do, and I know the leaders that are on the line do too. You've got to do this business like it's second nature. You got to give this business the same amount of energy and effort that you give that 9 to 5 for those of you that are still punching the clock. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, guys, you got to change the playing field. Some of you guys go to work and you're at work half an hour early, and you're sitting in the car waiting for the office to open up, and then you go and you have your 30-minute lunch break, and you rush back to your desk to get right back at it, and then you leave 5-10 minutes after it's time for you to really get off the schedule, and you're not getting paid for those 5-10 minutes. Some of you are overly committed to corporate America, to corporate slavery. It's time to restructure your thinking, change your mindset. Walk this business, talk this business. Let me tell you something right now. You got to stop being an undercover 5 links agent if you have not become one with this business yet. Invisible 5 links representatives make invisible paychecks. Please keep that in mind. If you want to act like you're not a 5 links representative, you'll never get paid like a 5 links representative can get paid. And I'm sure, once again, Jermaine and some of the other national directors that are listening on the line, we like getting up when we choose to get up every single day. My husband and I work this business on a full-time basis from the comforts of our home. We leave when it's necessary to leave to go support our organization. When it snows and some of you guys are going to have to miss days from work and your kids are going to be out of school and some of the people are going to be struggling trying to figure out a babysitter, Jermaine's going to be at home playing with his beautiful baby. Myself and my husband will be here. My husband will be playing Xbox with my boys. My daughter will be running around the house talking about painting nails. We've done something, guys. We've changed our mindsets, and we've become one with this deal. We're sleeping, we're walking, we're talking, we're eating and drinking and breathing 5 links. What are you going to do about becoming one with the deal? And then, guys, number 6, you got to duplicate the deal. This thing only works when you teach people in your organization how to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. See, you got to earn your stripes, guys, through relentless sacrifice and execution in your business to become the next leaders in line. You know what? That will relieve, I'm sure, a lot of the pressure that's going on in anyone's organization. National directors is on the line listening tonight, and the reason why I keep speaking to the national directors mainly is because I'm living that lifestyle now. I know what it's like to have a lot of pressure on you. So I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm sure I can speak to every national director that's listening tonight on the line. We want you to become the next national directors in our team. We want to be able to allow you to lead your organization, but that only happens when we duplicate the process. That only happens, guys, when we make sure that the same way you got started in the business, with your quick start in the business, understanding what it means to achieve that 30-day quick start bonus, understand what it means to knock those 25 customer points out. In DSG, we knock it out in a week. I will give you at least a week. In some cases, you get 24 hours. It depends on how serious you are trying to get to the top of this comp plan. But again, this duplication of the system, guys, is important. It's important. You want to make sure that you treat people as such, and this is exactly how we do it in our organization as well. So you check this out and tell me how you like this later on, Jermaine. People are 2 things. They're either a lead or a leader. Either you're going to come into this organization, guys, and you're going to absolutely positively blow Jermaine's mind and become a leader, become someone he needs to help him produce more massive leaders within the Swag Elite family, or you're going to lead him to somebody else who's going to do it. You're either going to become a leader or a leader. Okay, guys? And number 7 is you got to stop complicating this deal. You got to follow the system that's already created for you to win. Stop trying to recreate the wheel. You know, so many people want to do it their way. They want to come in and tell the national directors or the executive directors or even the executive trainers, they want to come in and tell them how the business should be done when we've already mastered it thus far. One thing I know about grown folks is this. We don't like to follow directions. Unless, of course, it's coming from a GPS. And even when it's coming from a GPS system, we still question whether or not it's taking us the right direction and what time we're going to get there. Everything is going to happen in its time. I tell my team all the time, this is definitely a competition. It is. It's a competition of your endurance to get it done. But it's not a competition to see who's going to get to SVP first. The goal is just to get to SVP. Okay? You got to allow the leaders that came into this thing before you and that, you know, have their track record already laid out to navigate you through your destiny. And you know what? Their journeys will also navigate you through the storms. No one ever said it was going to be easy. They never said it was going to be easy, but it's definitely worth it. It's absolutely, positively worth it. And I'm a firm believer that God will never give us more than we can bear when it comes to the weight that this business can have on you. But again, it's just about how strong your why is to you. How serious is that why? How serious is it for you to prove to this why that it's necessary for you to get to the top of this comp plan? You guys got to always remember to KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it super simple that is duplicatable. Okay? When you start making things overcomplicated in the business, it makes it overcomplicated for new reps that get started in the business. And I know there's a lot of new reps that could be listening tonight online. This business is simple, but it's not easy. And what makes it not easy are people, because we're human, and we want to do things our way. And we always want things to be our way. But it's simple. So you got to make sure that you always KISS the business. Keep it super simple so that it's duplicatable. And, guys, I want you to remember one thing. As I close out my training tonight, and I pass the call back over to National Director Jermaine Horton, you got two options in this business. You can either make money or you can make excuses, but you can't do both. It's time to stop playing games with this business. This is an amazing opportunity, and the purpose behind this opportunity is to take our families to the top of this comp plan. So you got two options, guys. You can either see this business from the top or at the top. And I pray that I get to meet each and every one of you guys on the beaches of the world, and absolutely positively, Jermaine, at the bank. So I'm going to pass the call back on to you, sir. Thank you so much for allowing me to train to your team tonight.
Wow. Wow. Can anybody say wow? Now say it backwards. Wow. Hey, I got to give it back up to my sister, Keya Eatmon, National Director Extraordinaire. I'm like, from ear to ear, you should just see my smile, guys, because, man, I see her growth. I mean, this woman just blazed the conference call that most SVPs would even be able to get across certain points like she was able to do. And I just tagged on a post on Facebook. If y'all don't know, we always tagging each other on Facebook. It's probably one of the links and keys that brought us together as far as our friendship and businessship at the same time. And, guys, when I tell you that, Keya wasn't always this way and this thorough with explaining the information the way she was, as articulate and accurate as she was, the way she was on point and how she expressed certain things. Guys, you know how she was able to do it? Because someone else was able to do it with her. And she took her business serious, and every day she learned her business. She mastered her business. She made sure that her craft was her baby. She nurtured it. And she took this thing to the next level, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm so proud to hear the way she trained tonight. And if you guys have any members of your team that missed this call, shame on them. And it's something that she said that was mighty powerful. And I really want guys to really understand this, because some of you guys are going to be in this position soon as well, too. So I want you guys to really hear me with your heart and not with your ears when I express this. There's going to come a point in the time when you're going to get the national director, or you're going to have members of your team, or you're going to see other people in other organizations that are running to senior vice president that are national directors. And you're going to get to that position. And you're going to want your team to rally behind you and really help you get it done, because it's teamwork. And you're going to have two types of people on your team. And one of those individuals are going to be like, you know what, whatever we got to do, let's get you the SVP. Because if you get the SVP, then guess what? That means that he's going to take me next to SVP. Because for him to get the platinum, he's got to create an SVP. Who's going to be that person? Are you guys follow me? All right? And those are going to be the ones that's going to be, hey, can you come with me and do a PBR? Hey, we got to get you the SVP, and we got to get there. We. Not I, but we're saying we as a team, guys. You hear me? Then you're going to have some of those other people that are going to be like, hey, that's him. That ain't us, guys. That's him. That's making him get the SVP, or that's making her get the SVP. That's not getting me where I need to go, or not getting me where I need to be. You'll have people with that mindset and that way of thinking. But see, the leaders on this call understand something very powerful, is that, guys, you can't get the SVP by yourself. If you got into this business and you thought you was going to get the SVP by yourself, you got another thing coming. You need a team to rally behind you. And when I say a team, guys, I'm talking about a playoff team. I ain't talking about the Washington Wizards who ain't even, ain't even got a win yet this season. Not that type of team. I'm talking about that team that's going to fight and that's going to dominate, like the New York Knicks right now. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Bulls fan. But, hey, you got to run with the better team. If that team got a chance to win the championship, why not run with that team? Why y'all think LeBron went to South Beach? Y'all can hate on him all you want, but guess what? That man got a ring. How many of y'all want to get a ring? Who want to win a championship? See, stop listening to the critics. The critics are your family members and your friends and some of them other people that's in 5 links that's not producing. See, I'm going to keep it real. There's some people in 5 links that's going to hate on other people in 5 links because they're having success and they're not. Because they're not willing to do what others are not. They're not willing to do what others won't do so they can have what others don't have. Guys, you're going to have those critics. You're going to have those commentators. You're going to have those what I like to call bandwagon fans, right? So they're going to always tell you, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, you need to start your own team. You need to do your own thing. That don't work. That don't work. Guys, the Miami Heat been doing the system for years since they entered into the NBA. It started when they had Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, all right, Jamal McLemore, just to name a few individuals that was a part of that Heat team. And then came along with Dwayne Wade, with a Shaquille O'Neal that took that team on his shoulders, all right? Then there was an all-star that came along called LeBron James that left Cleveland, all right, because he seen the system in Cleveland wasn't working. So he said, I'm going to get with the right team and go with the better scheme. And that's exactly what he did, guys. And look at LeBron now, has a ring. So many people will say, yeah, well, he got his ring because he joined the team. It takes a team to win, no matter how many superstars. They say, oh, well, Miami got 3. They got Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. How many superstars do you need to get the MVP, gang? 3. It takes 3 NDs to get MVP. So I'm going to be the LeBron James. I'm going where my business takes me. Are you with me? Guys, I'm going to where my business takes me. If it tells me that I need to go and play for the Miami Heat, even though I'm a Bulls fan and I can't play for my city, oh no. I'm joining a better team. Because I got a better chance of winning if I follow the system. See, Jermaine links ain't going to work for me. Jermaine links will not work. Keya links won't work. It's called 5 links. It's called 5 links for a reason. There's already a system in place that teaches you how to become successful in this deal. You'll have some people, they get excited, they jump on a conference call, and they're like, oh, man, this is a great call, right? But then after 5 or 10 minutes, because they think they heard it before, they hang up on the call. They think because, oh, I called in and said my name, oh, I'm on the call, not knowing that we have a log and we can see who's on the call, who's staying on, and what time a person gets off. See, the one thing that I learned from double platinum senior vice president Steve Carter was this. He said, you got to be a student of the game. You got to be a student. You got to be willing to learn. But more than willing to learn, you got to be able to share. You cannot learn if you're only getting half the information, a bit of the information, a piece of the information. Doesn't work like that, guys. You got to be all in so we can all win. One team. One team, one dream. I promise you that if you follow this system called 5 links, you're going to have all of the success that you ever wanted and dreamed of in this business. I can promise you that. Many people out here don't say this. I feel like God, He put this in my lap. Woo, thank you, Jesus. You showed me the answer. It's called 5 links. God, I can never thank you enough. Yay! That's what some people say, right? Then a week later, when their friends and family tell them all 5 links don't work, they be the first ones talking about something. Well, you know what? Maybe God He was testing me. God just showed me that this wasn't it. He had me fool at first. He made me think this was it. But then He told me what the real reason was that I shouldn't do it. It was just a test to see if I would do it or not. Some crap, okay? God don't make mistakes. If God showed you something and you feel like this was it, then you're supposed to run with it. I feel like if a person tell me, this is me personally, if a person tell me, you know what, I feel that God brought me into this business and had me feel a certain way, I feel like if God led me to something and I don't finish, I feel like I did a disservice to God. That's how I feel. Hey, I don't know about y'all. I go to church, all right? Like how Pastor Dan Wilson, all right? And let me tell you what somebody will tell you from the church. Don't sit up there and say God led you to do something, and when God leads you there, all of a sudden you forget where you're going. God is leading you, but you're forgetting where you're going. Guys, you don't need no GPS for this. You don't need a GPS. If God said go somewhere, just go. Now understand, along that journey, there's going to be bumps, curves, valleys, creeks, crevices. It's going to be all types of things that's going to throw you off your route. And regardless, if the journey and the venture, instead of going a straight path, it starts getting narrow, it curves, it twists, it turns, it's going to happen. But as long as you get to where you need to go, that's all that matters. See, stop claiming certain things if you're not going to be about it. Stop telling people you want to be an SVP, but you don't do no PDRs. Don't tell me that you want to be a part of the 100 Customer Club and you got 4 points. Don't tell me that you're looking to retire so that you and your family can live a better life, but y'all don't want to show up to the BOM or to the training that's going to help you build your business. I'm looking for my Miami Heat team. I'm looking for LeBron James. I'm looking for Dwayne Wade. I'm looking for Chris Bosh. And, of course, you're going to have role players. You're going to have the Chris Duhans. You're going to have the Norris Coles. All right? You're going to have those individuals that make up a core team and make it family. But, guys, you got to ask yourself this question. This is the question you got to ask yourself, though. Y'all ready? How can you win if you're still sitting on the sideline? How can you win if you're still sitting on the sideline? Now, I understand this. I can understand if you took the ball, you took a shot, and you missed. I can even understand if it was 0.3 seconds left, the ball was in your hand, and you took a shot, and you missed, and we lost the game. That's fine. We lost one game, team. Just one game. We didn't lose the whole series. We didn't lose the whole season. One game. But I appreciate you for stepping up and taking the shot. Who wants to play ball? Or who wants to be a cheerleader? You got some folks, they get on the conference calls all the time. They say, oh, that was a great call. But they still don't do no PBRs. They like to be a part of what we call the hype moment, okay? And when I say the hype moment is this. The hype moment is those individuals, they'll show up to the BOMs because it's a great atmosphere. They love people smiling. They'll show up on conference calls, but they still won't put the work in. Faith without works is dead. It takes action. It takes action, guys. I'm telling you, I can promise you, if you take this thing serious, it will change your life forever. I don't post those pictures up of my daughter and in the videos that I post up with my kids or whatever because I'm bragging. I post it up because I was just like you. I was a regular individual, and I'm still regular. There's nothing different about me. There's nothing that changed me. I'm still the same person, just with a better mindset. I'm still Jermaine at the end of the day. I still come home, take my shoes off just like you do. I still come in, brush my teeth in the morning like I hope some of y'all do, and I got to put my left leg in my pants and then my right one in to get dressed the same way that you do. Guys, there's no difference between you and I. It's just about how bad you want it. I treat this business every day like if I don't do it, my kids won't love me no more. Now, some of y'all say, well, you're just putting too much pressure on yourself. Well, that's all right. I don't mind pressure. I don't mind pressure. Pressure's good. Pressure's good. One thing that I learned was that God will never put too much on you that you can't handle. And I tell people all the time, God gave me some broad shoulders for a reason. I'm carrying as many people as I can with me. I'm carrying as many people as I can with me that's serious about this 5 links deal. Look, this ain't no hoorah call for some folks to be like, woo! I'm happy Wall Street. Woo, they call this call. No, this call is to move people into action. That's what this call is. This is not a hoorah call. This is the call that's going to cipher out those that are serious. This is going to separate the boys from the men, the girls from the women, the W-2 workers from the 1099. Who's trying to be on that other side of money? That's what we're talking about here, guys. That's what we're talking about. Who wants to be on that other side of money? Who wants that lifestyle? Don't you get tired of posting those videos of Tashina Pettiford, Tupac, the Rent-A-Court, and you say to yourself, man, I keep posting these videos. Man, I can't wait to be like that one day. Well, guess what? It's time to post your video. It's time to share your story. There's a single mother out there that's on welfare right now that can't stand the situation that she's in, but she don't know how to get out of it because she's been taught for years a system that has already kept us hindered and shackled, the 40-40 plan. But you guys got a blessing in your mouth, and that one person can change your entire organization. And you looking at her because she's on welfare, and you don't even want to get her involved into the business because you think she's beneath you, or you think that she wouldn't do good in filing because you prejudged him. Now, let me show you how ignorant that is. Because that same woman that was a single mother, that was a teacher, that was on welfare was Tashina Pettiford. I'll say it again. Tashina Pettiford was on welfare, guys. Not knowing how she was going to take care of her kids. As a teacher, and teachers don't make no money. But somebody opened their mouth to Tashina Pettiford, which was Lisa Nicole Cloud. Do you think Lisa Nicole Cloud is excited that she introduced this opportunity to Tashina Pettiford? I think so. Tashina Pettiford closed on a $6 million home. Guys, that's a real rags and riches story. These are facts. These are real people living these stories. When are you going to live yours? When are you going to stop going to work, killing yourself, saying that you got a 9 to 5 when it's really a 7 to 5 because you got to get up and still get there? So in essence, you clocked in the minute you woke up, which was 7 o'clock. And it's still not even 9 to 5 or 7 to 5. It's really 7 to 7. Because you clocked in when you woke up at 7, clocked out by the time you got home, which was 7. You missed out on breakfast and everything in between, and you lucky to get home for your kids to be asleep. You think your children deserve a few hours on a Friday evening and the weekend when it's a whole 7 days in a week? See, this is what I want people to wrap their heads around is this. It's 7 days in a week. Some of you guys will spend more of your lifespan working than living. I'll say that again. Some of you guys will spend more of your life working than living. Yes, I'm happy that I retired at 27 during this opportunity. Let me tell you something. I'm so bored nowadays because, after I do my 5 links business, I'm always looking for something to do. So I took up photography. I went in and invested in myself. And I'm going to be real and tell you guys the real reason why I went and bought a camera, okay? I learned a long time ago this. This is what was taught to me. If you can do it, if he can do it, you can do it. That's what I was taught. If he can do it, you can do it. So I got tired of paying people $20 a week to cut my hair because I like my hair cut every week. I got tired of paying somebody $20 a week. Now, some people will say, Jermaine, you make enough money in 5 links. You can afford $20 a week. No. $20 a week adds up. It's not how much money you make. It's how much money you keep. I learned to cut my own hair, and I do a great job at it, okay? So I asked the person when we were at a Super Saturday or the regional event, this guy was taking pictures, and I asked him to do a photo shoot for one of my business partners, me and Homer. And he came out and took some pictures or whatever the case was. I never got them, okay? And then I asked myself, I said, man, I mean, I'm going to have to pay somebody else to do some shots now and inconvenience myself because it's no longer warmer outside. It's cold out. So now this is inconvenience me, and we even came up here dressed up to do this photo shoot, and it's not even done. So I was a little bit perturbed. I was upset. So here's what I did. I said, okay, If he can do it, I can do it. I wanted to do a photo shoot with my daughter, and, long story short, I wanted to do a photo shoot with my daughter, and I was going to call this same person and spend money with him, and then refer him to people on my team to do their headshots. Guys, guess what? I went and bought my own camera. I went and bought my own program, spent close to $1,000 to invest in myself and my business. Now, I don't gotta take my daughter to the picture, people. I did a great job, and I went and took some shots, and I edited. And guess what I learned to do with that, guys? The internet. I sat at home while some people were at work, and I learned and trained myself how to use my camera, how to use editing photos. Now, make a long story short, some of y'all may say, well, this ain't got nothing to do with 5Links. Yes, it does. Because 5Links gave me my time back, allowed me to do the things that I love to do. I love being in front of the camera, and now I have a new love of being behind the camera. That means my daughter gets her own photo shots. I don't got to wait till I got money in my account to do it. I don't have to spend money out of my pocket to do it. Guys, I can do it myself. I got the time to do it. I can take her to the zoo and take photo shots. So now I get quality time and quality pictures at the same time. And then I'm going to use it to market and show others, hey, you guys can be doing the same thing too. What are some things that you would like to be doing at home during the week with your kids instead of having to work? What if you can make exactly what you make on your job right now? If you can match your income of what you're making right now, just sitting at home, doing a few meetings during the week, and make what you're making, how bad would you work your business to get to that point? If it took you 3 years, for some people they got it done in 6 months, I did. If it took you a year, 2 years, 3 to 5 years, we say 3 to 5, if give us 3, we'll set you free. This is a 3 to 5 year run of financial freedom, guys. This is not something that happens overnight. But 3 to 5 years compared to what? 20 plus years at a job, minimum wage, an okay salary, being passed up all the time for promotion because you're a woman and they feel a man can do a job better than you can and you know you can step on him all day long. When are you going to recognize your worth, team? When are you going to recognize the reason that you got into this business was the reason that could set your family free? And if all it takes is one person to change the history of your entire genealogy, why not let it be you? Team, I hope this information was something that can help you and help you get to the next level. I appreciate my sister, Ms. Keya Eatmon, coming on, National Director Extraordinaire, for sharing her powerful testimony, her story, and giving some awesome training. Add her on Facebook, guys. If you're not friends with her, send her a friend request. Pick her brain, steal her post. I know I R&B off her sometimes too, guys. So I'm telling you, all in, we all win. One team, one dream. So as she said before, and I always say, I'm going to see you guys at either the beach or I'm going to see you at the bank, but most definitely at the bank. So team, one word, light up.
Light up.